everyone! Today we are reviewing the 2025 horror movie Sinners.
Hi everybody! Welcome to the best channel on YouTube because it has me, Little Red.
Sinners is set in the 1930s. It follows a story of Sammy, who is 21, 22. He is the son of a pastor. He is being raised to follow in his father's footsteps to take over his father's church. However, he has twin cousins, both played by Michael B. Jordan.
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
I think their names are Elijah and Elias, but they go by Smoke and Stack. They are World War I veterans, also gangsters. They return to their hometown to open a juke joint, which is basically a bar and casino where people can come and dance and play music. So Sammy has taught himself how to play the blues, how to play the guitar. So they pick Sammy up to have him play at their new juke joint. As Sammy is leaving, he is warned by his father that he should stay and read the Bible, stay in the Christian church because going with his cousins will lead to evil. Sammy doesn't listen. He says he wants to have one night of freedom before he embraces the life that his father envisions for him.
I don't want your life.
Smoke reunites with his estranged wife and they rekindle their romance, and he hires her to cook for the bar. Stack reunites with his former lover, who is played by Haley Steinfeld, who it is obvious she still has quite a bit of feelings for him. The movie takes place over one night. As the juke joint gets open, people arrive, people dance, people celebrate, and then they are attacked by a supernatural force. I don't want to say any more because I don't want to give away the main plot of the story. It is so much better if you go into it blind. I was hesitant to go see this because although I thought it looked good in the trailer, because it takes place in the 1930s, it definitely has some themes of race and segregation. I was afraid it was going to be a bit heavy, a bit maybe too real. I don't know if you've seen the Amazon Prime show Them. That show does have a supernatural element to it. The main horror of that story is people just being super cruel to each other, and it is heavy. It is a hard watch, and I was afraid this movie was going to be along the lines of that. And while this movie had a lot of those same themes, it was heavy. It definitely showed the culture of the time and how segregated everybody was, how much mistrust there was between the races, especially between Black people and white people.
Good reason.
The movie does have quite a bit of a supernatural element that, while it plays into the theme, it makes it a little more lighthearted, a little more fun to watch. I love this movie. I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop thinking about it. I want to go see it again. It is so good. Even though it does have a lot of heavy elements to it, I found myself laughing, cheering on the characters, and being so impressed that even a horror movie in 2025 can be so unique and original and surprising. Michael B. Jordan, of course, he's a great actor. He does a great job playing twin characters and making a distinction between the two. Stack is more of a risk taker. He's more outgoing. He's a little bit more charismatic. Well, as Smoke is a little more withdrawn. He is reserved. He kind of holds his cards close to his chest. He kind of thinks things through a little more than his brother. He's the grounding force between the two. All of the acting is great in this movie, and the real highlight is the music. There's a scene in the juke joint before the horror elements kind of kick off where Sammy is playing the blues. It's 30s blues, and a voiceover comes in and says that music has the power to conjure spirits from the past and the future, and they blend the 30s blues that Sammy is playing with modern day hip hop, modern day dancing. You have elements of like ancient African tribes as well as Asian culture, and it just blends, and it is such a cool sequence. You have another part where the quote-unquote bad guys are singing music, and it's a completely different style than what's been played in the juke joint, and it's just eerie, it's creepy, but it is so much fun. You really feel how much power music has to make people feel free, feel close, and come together, be united across cultures. There's so many different themes that this movie touches on. I think the one that was most personal to me that I really appreciated. The world is full of darkness and chaos, death and sadness. People can turn to violence, they can turn to drinking, they can turn to religion to try to shield themselves and close themselves off, try to protect themselves from the chaos and the violence of the world. But what really makes us feel free and makes us feel alive is those moments in between where we are doing things that give us joy and being with the people that we love. And those moments are worth putting off of those barriers and those things that we try to protect ourselves with, and just being free, even if it is for one night. So I really hope that you go see this movie. It is one of my top favorite movies overall, not just horror movies, not just movies of the year. That's all I have for now. Leave a comment down below what you thought of this movie or any other movies you'd like me to review. I hope I see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and drink water. Bye-bye. Subscribe.